What is proof of stake? At the heart of every cryptocurrency lies a network of computers that helps secure the software from attackers and regulates the issuance of new units of its supply. This system is called a consensus mechanism. One of the most widely used consensus mechanisms is the proof of stake, which regulates the process in which transactions between users are verified and added to a blockchain's public ledger, all without a central party's help. But what is proof of stake? Let's find out. Number 7, introduction. Since cryptocurrencies are decentralized and not under the control of financial institutions, they need a way to verify transactions. One method many cryptos use is proof of stake. Proof of stake is a type of consensus mechanism used to validate cryptocurrency transactions. With this system, owners of the cryptocurrency can stake their coins, which gives them the right to check new blocks of transactions and add them to the blockchain. The proof of stake, or the POS concept, states that a person can mine or validate block transactions according to how many coins they hold. This means that the more coins owned by a miner, the more mining power they have. There are two major consensus mechanisms used by most cryptocurrencies today. Proof of work is the older of the two, used by Bitcoin, Ethereum 1.0, and many others. The newer consensus mechanism is the proof of stake, and it powers Ethereum 2.0, Cardano, Tezos, and other generally newer cryptocurrencies. To understand proof of stake, it's important to first understand proof of work. Number 6, what is proof of work? Proof of work is the original crypto consensus mechanism first used by Bitcoin. Proof of work and mining are closely related ideas. The reason it's called proof of work is because the network requires a huge amount of processing power. Proof of work blockchains are secured and verified by virtual miners around the world, racing to be the first to solve a math puzzle. The winner gets to update the blockchain with the latest verified transactions and is rewarded by the network with a predetermined amount of crypto. Proof of work has some powerful advantages, especially for a relatively simple but highly valuable cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. It's a proven, robust way of maintaining a secure, decentralized blockchain. As the value of a cryptocurrency grows, more miners are incentivized to join the network, increasing its power and security. Because of the amount of processing power involved, it becomes impractical for any individual or group to meddle with a valuable cryptocurrency's blockchain. But on the flip side, it's an energy-intensive process that can have trouble scaling to accommodate the vast number of transactions smart contract-compatible blockchains like Ethereum can generate. And so, alternatives have been developed, the most popular of which is the proof of stake. Number 5, what is proof of stake? Ethereum's developers understood from the beginning that proof of work would present limitations in scalability that would eventually need to be overcome. And indeed, as Ethereum-powered decentralized finance protocols have surged in popularity, the blockchain has struggled to keep up, causing fees to spike. While the Bitcoin blockchain mostly has to process incoming and outgoing Bitcoin transactions, much like a vast checkbook, Ethereum's blockchain also has to process a vast array of DeFi transactions, stablecoin smart contracts, NFT minting and sales, and whatever innovations developers come up with in the future. Their solution has been to build an entirely new ETH2 blockchain, which began rolling out in December 2020 and should be finished in 2022. The upgraded version of Ethereum will employ a faster and less resource-intensive consensus mechanism called proof of stake. Cryptocurrencies including Cardano, Tezos, and Atmos all use proof-of-stake consensus mechanisms, with the goal being to maximize speed and efficiency while lowering fees. In a proof-of-stake system, staking serves a similar function to proof-of-works mining, in that it's the process by which a network participant gets selected to add the latest batch of transactions to the blockchain and earn some crypto in exchange. The exact details vary by project, but in general, proof-of-stake blockchains employ a network of validators who contribute or stake their own crypto in exchange for a chance of getting to validate a new transaction, update the blockchain, and earn a reward. Number 4, how does proof-of-stake work? The proof-of-stake algorithm uses a pseudo-random election process to select a node to be the validator of the next block, based on a combination of factors that could include the staking age, randomization, and the node's wealth. It's good to note that in proof-of-stake systems, blocks are said to be forged rather than mined. Cryptocurrencies using proof-of-stake often start by selling pre-mined coins, or they launch with the proof-of-work algorithm and later switch over to proof-of-stake. Where in proof-of-work-based systems, more and more cryptocurrency is created as rewards for miners, the proof-of-stake system usually uses transaction fees as a reward. Users who want to participate in the forging process are required to lock a certain amount of coins into the network as their stake. The size of the stake determines the chances for a node to be selected as the next validator to forge the next block. The bigger the stake, the bigger the chances. In order for the process to not favor only the wealthiest nodes in the network, more unique methods are added into the selection process. The two most commonly used methods are randomized block selection and coin age selection. In the randomized block selection method, the validators are selected by looking for nodes with a combination of the lowest hash value and the highest stake, and since the size of stakes are public, the next forger can usually be predicted by other nodes. The coin age selection method chooses nodes based on how long their tokens have been staked for. Coin age is calculated by multiplying the number of days the coins have been held as stake by the number of coins that are staked. Number 3. Security. The stake works as a financial motivator for the forger node to not validate or create fraudulent transactions. If the network detects a fraudulent transaction, the forger node will lose a part of its stake and its right to participate as a forger in the future. So long as the stake is higher than the reward, the validator would lose more coins than it would gain in the case of attempting fraud. In order to effectively control the network and approve fraudulent transactions, a node would have to own a majority stake in the network, also known as the 51% attack. Depending on the value of a cryptocurrency, this would be very impractical as, in order to gain control of the network, you would need to acquire 51% of the circulating supply. The main advantages of the proof-of-stake algorithm are energy efficiency and security. A greater number of users are encouraged to run nodes since it's easy and affordable. This, along with the randomization process, also makes the network more decentralized, since mining pools are no longer needed to mine the blocks. And since there is less of a need to release many new coins for a reward, this helps the price of a particular coin stay more stable. It's good to remember that the cryptocurrency industry is rapidly changing and evolving, and there are also several other algorithms and methods being developed and experimented with. Number 2. Cryptocurrencies that use proof-of-stake. A growing number of the most popular cryptocurrencies use some variation of the POS protocol. The list includes the likes of Cosmos, Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, VeChain, and Tezos. While Cardano and Solana are focused on providing smart contract functionality, much like Ethereum, Cosmos helps different blockchains communicate with each other. Because there's no mining involved in POS, POS networks often start with a pre-mine, where the entire supply of tokens is brought into existence at once. Number 1. Can you make money with proof-of-stake? Yes, you definitely can make money with proof-of-stake. Those who become validators have the opportunity to win the next block reward of new tokens for their network of choice. But not just anyone can become a validator. You have to have a certain number of coins to become a validator that actually moves the chain forward. The number of tokens needed to become a validator varies according to the network. For some networks, the price could be small, while others could require a quite large sum. Ethereum, for example, plans to require a stake of 32 ETH for people to become validators once the network transitions from POW to POS. Thankfully, some crypto exchanges have made things easier for retail investors looking to stake their POS coins. Rather than having to set up your own validator node, some exchanges have become validators themselves. They then offer to stake tokens on behalf of users who hold POS tokens in their exchange wallets in exchange for a hefty fee of the profits. There's usually no minimum amount required. So, what do you think? What are your thoughts on the concept of proof of stake? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed watching the video as much as we enjoyed bringing it for you. See you next time. Goodbye.